What's going on, Geek Corner? This this is your boy, Earth Smack the Mad
Look away for two
Scientist.
seconds.
Yeah,
It's your
got
boy. It's your boy Boogie.
And your girl Vivo, the vibe.
yo. Welcome to Nerd Talk, man. What's going on, ladies and gents? How y'all feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling like this is my what do you call them in what do they call them in Gachikuta? My instrument.
Yeah.
My I'm
Oh, you
feeling
got.
like this is my instrument today. That's how I'm
Oh
feeling.
yeah. Okay. What about you, Vivo, man? I know you know.
What was that? What was this? What was this from? It was like, you want to go night night? That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Kevin Hart.
Yes. Yep. That's how I feel.
Kevin Hart, man. Doing good today. Doing good today, man. Shout out to our new subscribers that are out there, man. If you are a newcomer to this channel, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell. And when you hit that notification bell, make sure it says all notifications. That way you get notified on all of our content, live or
That's right.
recorded.
Trying to
Yeah.
blow that shit up. You heard?
Easy. And we already blown up, man. We got over 515 subscribers, man, since last week, man. So we got in like 15 new subscribers in like a week, which is great.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. We in there. We in there, man. Welcome. So go ahead and hit the comment section too, man, because we got a good bit to talk about. We are talking about the PlayStation 6 rumors. We're talking about Digimon Time Strangers and subject matter that Boogie has talked about in passing, but we never like focused on it hardcore, really. We never focused on it. You know, it's about Bleach and some hatred. But first though, we're gonna talk about first we got some video game news. We're talking about the PlayStation 6. So according to reports and Tech Power Up, it says that Sony's upcoming PlayStation 6 console will reportedly feature a detachable disk drive from launch, according to Insider Gaming. It says the PlayStation 5 originally shipped in 2020 as two separate models, one with the Blu-ray and one with digital only. Sony later introduced a detachable disk drive mid-generation. Now sources say that the company plans to make a detachable drive as an official part of the PlayStation family from day one, offering a single base console that can be bought in a digital only unit, bundled with the drive, or upgraded later by purchasing the removable drive as an accessory. Now, it also allows Sony to simplify and slim core chassis, lower production complexity, and reduce shipping costs by shipping a lighter, smaller base unit where demand is digital first. Now, it also allows some consumer flexibility, preserves the option for physical media collectors like myself, and make repairs easier because a faulty drive can be swapped out with the whole, without replacing a whole new console. Also, we've heard rumors that it is going to be very, very similar to the Switch too. Like it's going to be like dot or undot. How do y'all feel about that?
So they're making a PlayStation branded Switch, basically, is what you're telling me.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, I mean, I don't think it's a gimmick. I think it's nice to give people the option, if they want to put it on there, if they want to purchase it separately or if they want to get it in a bundle, I guess that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But I think that because I did read something else about the PlayStation 6 and that it's going to have more of a long-term modular type design so that you can do upgrades to it as time goes on. So instead of them releasing the next iteration of PlayStation, it'll be the next series of video cards for the PlayStation 6 or the next series of chipsets or the next series of memory or whatever it is. For there. But I mean, as far as this feature goes in itself, it's like that's cool. That ain't enough for me to go get one though.
Yeah. What about you, Vivo?
I mean, it doesn't really. I mean, it's just like, okay, like video game consoles in general have, I feel like they have, it's kind of like cell phones. They haven't really given us anything new the last however many years. Like it's, so basically they're just saying, oh, we're officially going to make the option available if you want to. So what, I mean, okay, well, what else is unique about the system? Until I can, dive into games like in uh um uh what was the one, um Log Horizon or Sword Art Online, or
Damn, Log Horizon. Well, you hit that. Okay.
until I can do that, I don't care. Like it's not, and I'm good with my little Xbox, my little Xbox Series X or whatever.
Yeah.
I might consider getting, I have wanted to get a PS5 to have the option to play PS5 games, but then recently they're saying that now the console wars are dead, and they're going to start releasing titles on both systems. So there's probably no point in me getting a PS5 at this point in time, especially with the PS6 coming out. But it's not going to spur me to go out and buy a PS6. It's like, I don't know how this is going to induce people. There are some people that are diehard fans that are going to go out and buy the new console because that's what they always do.
Yeah, because their friends have it.
Yeah, but personally, unless it raises my credit score to an 850 and I can order a McDonald's, I'm not. Yeah.
We can rebuild your credit through Sony PlayStation 6.
Yeah.
PlayStation. But so for me, there is not a demand for this. Like PS5 came out in 2020. We ain't even got the full life out of this damn thing yet. Like I look at how many games the PlayStation 4 has right now compared to how many games the PS5 has. And it's not even half as much titles that PS4 has. So you didn't even get the full life out of this damn thing. So you mean to tell me that when the PlayStation 6 comes out, I'm gonna have to just do away with my PS5 now? Like we don't know the release date of this, but we just know like what it will feature. I don't think it's gonna be enough though. I think the PS6 is gonna get that PS3 treatment. I mean, because I feel like PS3 is a little polarizing in a sense. Now, it don't get talked about as much as the PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation 1, for instance. I feel like the 3 is a redheaded stepchild out of that line of games or systems that came out. So for me, okay, you got a detachable disc. And hell, even with the Switch 2, like even when you look at the Switch 2, you like people bought it because it's Nintendo, right? But what games are there outside of Mario Kart and Donkey Kong Bonanza? Like
they don't really have any.
What for Nintendo?
Switch 2 specific. No, Switch 2 specific.
Banjo-Tooie, Crash Bandicoot. I'm just playing. No, Crash Bandicoot is a PlayStation game, isn't it? Yep.
PlayStation game. It just branched out into others.
Spyro? So, no, that's a PlayStation 2.
Still PlayStation. It's not really exclusive. But is there a new Zelda coming out? Like for Switch 2? We still got the old Zelda. Matter of fact, I think you got to pay for upgraded version of the Zelda that you got for your original Switch.
It's not like a DLC?
I don't think so. I could be wrong. Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. But I want to say you pay a little bit. You pay something to get the upgraded graphical version of the latest Zelda game. So I'm like, I feel like they should have waited on the Switch too. Make sure they had more exclusive titles for that to sell the appeal, because Mario Kart was their chief selling point. You had a bundle. I do commend them for doing the bundle deal where like Sega did with Sonic and how Super Nintendo did it with Mario, and how they did it like that with Mario Kart, because that keeps you from spending $80 or $90 on a separate game, Mario Kart, because it's not worth $80, $90. I played Sonic Cross Worlds demo. That shit might be better than Mario Kart. I ain't gonna hold you. And it's cross-platform. So not only can you play it just on PlayStation, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, everybody can play together. It's not just exclusive to that one console. So, and what you're able to do in there, I mean, yeah, the Mario Kart World, you can pretty much travel the world. Like, I mean, because that's the main feature, right? But I don't know, that Sonic Crossworlds, man, that shit was heat. I was on that thing. I played that beta. I was like, oh shit, it's 3:00 in the morning. I need to take my ass to bed. So I don't know. I don't think it's a high demand for PlayStation 6 though. Not right now. This got to be a 2029 release. I say that. Like, get some legs out of PlayStation 5. Matter of fact, you did a classic PlayStation 5 Pro with the classic emblem. The only difference is got that gray color, and the graphical power got jumped up just by this much. Just by this much. The frames, for the enthusiasts out there. And then you spend like an extra $100. Mind you, the price didn't even decrease on the Xbox or PlayStation 5. It increased because of these tariffs.
I'm interested to see what they're going to price the 6 at.
Okay. Xbox ROG Ally. Oh, how much is that? That's running about what, 7?
That was like 900. No, I think the Xbox ROG Ally X is, I think, like $899. I think it's going to retail at, because the regular ROG Ally, I think, is around maybe 6, 7.
Yeah. Oh, it says that the standard would be $549.99.
Okay.
The premium expected cost for the premium one is $899.99.
Yep.
Yeah. So you got. Question is, are y'all going to get that?
Nope.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get the ROG Ally.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. I might get that too. Which one would you get? Would you get the regular or you get the premium?
I'm getting the premium.
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. I might have to pull that trigger, Boogie. I might have to pull that trigger. Just to have something like the PC handheld, and I like how the look of it is, because you got it kind of like separate, and they got the grips, kind of like how my Switch is. So it's way easier to actually play the game versus. Matter of fact, it's basically like a Steam, because the Steam Deck still to this day I feel like has the best battery life out of any PC handheld, like just bar none. It's just like, the buttons or whatever is different, but the ROG Ally, I think it got some legs to it. But
I remember back in the day when Game Boys were all the rage.
Yeah,
I remember sitting there playing my Game Boy. I would, because the battery didn't last that long, and I would go through, what was it, AA battery so often that I had to buy a big, like, Costco version of the batteries. Or when they came out with the adapters, I would sit next to the wall, and have it plugged in. But I also remember how you had to hold it and my fingers hurting.
Yes.
After so long, because I would be sitting there playing it for like 6 hours.
Wait.
Those were the days.
I got something for you. This everybody can relate to this when they had a Game Boy. This right here.
Yep.
Like, damn.
Yeah. Or wait, when the cartridge wasn't working, like it was booting up like it was, you would take it out and blow it and put it back.
Yep. I need to play Super Mario Land too, man. Come on now. I need to get that. I need to beat that. But you know what really has sucky battery life is the Game Gear. The Game Gear has some sucky battery life. You had like 6 but granted, now you had that color, and it was X-Men on there, Spider-Man, Sonic, all that other stuff. But man, 6 batteries. I don't know.
That was crazy.
Man, the things we did the game. Man, the things we did the game. So, for me, I'm going to get the ROG Ally X, and I think this is a response by PlayStation to have something that you can dock and play on TV, which honestly is not a bad idea. Almost feel like Xbox should have had that kind of same idea, but at the same time, Nintendo is the originator of that idea.
Yeah. And it's like,
So
why didn't they just do that earlier?
right,
So
right. They're trying to get there. They're trying to get to the handheld side of things, but you know, PC is low key king. But going on, going on. We going to Digimon. We got some Digimon news out there for the RPG player and the Digimon fandom. It is reported by GameSpot that Digimon Time Stranger is a turn-based digital monster collecting RPG and is due out October 2nd and is receiving a free demo, and players won't have to wait long to get their hands on it. So the demo will be available on PS5 and Xbox Series S and X on September 11th at 12 a.m. Eastern Time. And for those on Steam, it is available right now. So you can actually play the demo right now because I'm going to play that joint the minute I get off of this. So I'm going to jump on that. And it appears that the console version of the demo will all be arriving at the same time, while PC will unlock at different times, depending on the region. Below is a breakdown. So you obviously got, Eastern Time, Central, and so on and so forth. And so Steam is out right now. So if you got a PC, you got a good deal there.
Do you know if there's if they have starter Digimon like Pokemon, or if you can just, I wonder, because I'm gonna start with Devimon.
You know what? That's a good question though, because you know what's funny? I played Cyber Sleuth. Well, I'm playing Cyber Sleuth. I haven't run across a Digimon yet because I just started. But from what I understand, because this is Time Strangers, from what I understand, Cyber Sleuth has about 50, 60 hours of gameplay, but it's upwards to 100 and 115.
Oh wow, okay.
So but so if Cyber Sleuth on Switch is like that, then Time Strangers will probably be the same amount. It's slightly more. So like this, some of the gameplay here, and I'm not a super Digimon fan, but I'm jumping into it because Digimon Adventures is on Crunchyroll. If y'all want to watch it, then obviously the sequel to that and some movies to that as well is out. But so far, so good though. Like Boogie, you get Digimon, the RPG?
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's definitely possible.
You gonna check out the demo?
Why'd he answer like
Because you know what I mean? Because I know my angle, you know what I mean? I'm definitely the naysayer of the group, but this one, I think I'd give this one a try.
Yeah.
You right though, Vivo. I did. I was like, perhaps.
Perhaps. Hey, got him, man. For me, it's like when I played Cyber Sleuth, I didn't know there was like other Digimon story RPG games. I didn't know that. So that's when I went down the rabbit hole and I found Cyber Sleuth, and I can see where it can get time consuming, where it can like drag you in to whatever the world is. So this one obviously is about detective work and all this other stuff. Yes, you do get Digimon. You get multiple Digimon and they digivolve and they have various attacks and all that stuff. But with Time Strangers, it's about like time travel. Same premise. But man, when we look through like the menus and stuff like that, it is deep. So, and I think that's what kind of like make you burn all those hours because you're trying to get the right things. Because for what I understand, it's like a paper, rock, scissors type of dynamic. So something is weak against this. This is weak against that. So it's kind of like Final Fantasy 7 kind of thing. Like if you use ice on ice, obviously that's going to heal somebody. You know, that kind of thing. But I like that. I dig that. Which Digimon is it? Is the cat that's got the boxing gloves? Always gravitated to that one.
I believe is it Gatoma? It evolves from, hold on. It's Kairi. Because no, wait. It wasn't Kairi. It was,
I got to find that one.
I should remember all of this, but because as much as I was into Digimon back when it was like airing on TV.
Digimon. It is the young lady. She's the one with the cowboy hat.
Yeah. Digimon.
Lucy. No. Is it Lucy? No, I don't think it's Lucy. I do want that cactus though. I'm like, listen, any Digimon that got hands, yeah, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that.
Why can't I? Sometimes Google be
Togemon.
Togomon.
Yeah, Togemon. That Togemon. Got him.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so her she starts out as Palmon though.
Okay.
And then she digivolves to Togemon, and then she evolves to Lilymon.
So yeah, so I'm definitely gonna pick this up, and I'm gonna burn some hours. I need another game I can like sink my teeth into, like long term kind of deal. So this is definitely gonna be
another evolution past that Lilymon. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole. Okay.
And there's several, like I said, there's like a lot of anime with Digimon. You probably watched all of them, to be honest with you, but
not the newest one that was out. I have to go back and watch that, but
cool. And last but certainly not least, man, we got a subject matter for tonight, man. Why Boogie hates Bleach.
On the spot.
On the spot, man. But look, Boogie is on the stand. All right, this man here gotta speak his piece. We gotta hear what he gotta say. You know.
So I want to preface this by saying, first of all, I have not watched Bleach all the way through. Okay. So what I'm telling you is based off what I've seen and by real research that I've done and real statistics.
Oh, this man
because when I found out that I was going to be put on the spot, then I wasn't finna come out here and start looking stupid. So
you never do.
So I got seven different reasons why Bleach is trash and supporting evidence. Number one,
Exhibit A.
Exhibit A. Thank you, Vivo, for the introduction. Exhibit A. Pacing issues and filler.
Yeah, there's a lot of filler.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a good bit of filler. I agree.
So a good bit of filler is like 35%. The statistic in Bleach is 50. I just want to throw that out there. 48.6% of the anime is filler. Right? They reference the Bount arc, often cited as one of the most poorly received filler arcs in shonen anime history. I'm not talking about in Bleach.
That was
shonen anime.
I remember that arc, and I was like, "What is this?"
I agree. Right? I deliberately skipped that arc. I haven't watched that arc in full ever.
So of 366 total episodes, 45% classified as filler. Where the filler sits. So we're talking about big blocks of it. It's not spread out like Naruto. This is big. This is arcs of filler. That's unacceptable. Bro. Unacceptable, right? And I could keep going on filler, but we need to. I gotta get past this, bro. I got a lot of shit to say now.
Okay.
Exhibit B, jury. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, declining story quality after Soul Society, right? So Soul Society, arguably the peak of Bleach. Would you say I'm wrong?
Yes.
Okay. So would you say subsequent arcs like Arrancar, Fullbring, and parts of the 1,000-Year Blood War were better?
Yes.
Well,
especially that last one.
1,000-Year Blood War? Well, again, I haven't seen this, right? But they say that many critics argue that after Aizen's defeat, the story lost direction and stakes became repetitive rather than innovative.
Repetitive before Aizen. But go ahead. Sorry.
All right. This is something that I've experienced. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Exhibit
Yes.
C,
Mm-hmm.
over reliance on power ups. It seems that every single fight in Bleach follows the same exact formula. Ichigo gets his ass whipped, power up, new form comes out of nowhere, victory.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is played out.
He's not wrong.
That shit is played out. Underdeveloped characters. This is another one. Despite having a massive cast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Characters like Chad, uh, Orime, uh, and later arcs, they're not you. There's no real story. There's no you don't. I feel like you don't grasp these characters the way you do in other animes because that the cast is just so incredibly large, right? And then you have female characters in particular that often fall into like the shallow archetypes, like the damsel in distress healer and stuff like that. You know what I mean? After Soul Society, I thought that was whack. You know what I mean? And outside of Aizen, like I feel like a lot of the villains are kind of one dimensional. I already talked about the repetition of the formula. That was exhibit. What are we on now? A, B, C, D. That was Echo, right? So on Fox, abrupt ending of the manga,
Okay.
right? That left a lot of people fucked up, and the commercialization over narrative, like the subject matter wasn't there. It was just like, oh, it's just shonen with crazy fights and this is that. But so what? There's a whole bunch of animes with crazy fights.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, I think that Bleach is it has to be the most overrated anime in history, or shonen in
Okay.
history, right? So it peaks early. I feel like it peaks early, it declines. The freaking form spamming shit that they be doing with the freaking new forms, new form, ooh, new form.
I
That
mean,
shit is played
technically,
out. That shit is whack.
they do that in Dragon Ball. See,
Yep. It's a
Underused
trope. It's a
mains,
trope. It's a trope.
underused mains like Chad and Orime, they could have had way bigger like
parts.
roles in the storyline, right? The formulaic fights I already talked about,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
crazy. Um, and yeah, I got numbers if you guys want to hear numbers. So I mean, what do you think? Am I wrong? Do you think that with what I'm telling you, it's still like nah, Bleach is still top three. Like, bro, there's so many anime.
so so let me tell you this. You are right on some of this. You are not 100% wrong. Like, and I'm gonna definitely start out by saying that you are not 100% wrong. But where you're wrong at though, one of them is the women, right? They are considerably strong women here. Your Yoruichi for one, Retsu Unohana, which everybody fears, and which you haven't seen yet.
Yeah,
Rukia Kusuki, Soy Fong, and a Rancor is TL Halibel, which took multiple people to beat her. Nell, which is El Spotter number 3. And if you want to go Quincy, Stern Rider E and Stern Rider G. And obviously Hiyori from former Squad 12 Lieutenant. So there are definitely strong women there. And some of these women in Bleach definitely gave some Soul Society members a run for their money, if not close to killing them. Now, I will say, at the time that Bleach got released, it was around the time period of the 2000s with Naruto and One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not much it's saying top 3. They call it the big 3 because out of those big 3, those 3 anime were the most watched out of any other anime. Nobody was topping either one of those 3 at the time. But when Bleach came out, it was going along with the manga. So what's funny how filler is explained, I found out through another anime, Gintama. Because sometimes it's like the Deadpool of anime. They had an episode where they explained filler. And so basically what happens when it has filler is that when the anime catches up to the manga and the manga has to write more chapters, instead of taking that long break, they create an arc or something to supplement that to give it time so it can catch up with itself and then boom back to the main story. That bound arc, absolutely 100% unequivocally.
That was 2 packs of ass.
And it's no question about that. I deliberately skipped that arc. I deliberately skipped the new captain arc too. That like those were the two bad ones. But all the other filler though, that was good. Didn't know the substitute soul, not the substitute soul read, but the what's the name of that art? It's the one where the Zanpato art. The Zanpato art was top 2 where the Zanpato turned on their masters. And they actually had to fight them that way. The 1,000-Year Blood War art is a winner of several anime Grand Prix awards in Japan. And it's been praised by animation, quality, pacing, faithfulness to the manga compared to the 2000s adaptation. I wish that they could reanimate the entire Bleach series like they did 1,000-Year Blood War art. Because when you get there, so also, and Vivo, you could jump in too, whenever. Ichigo don't power up after every battle though.
I'm not saying after. I'm not saying after. I'm saying during. Fuck. I'm saying during.
I say,
and I'm not. You know, I'm just saying. Again, I haven't seen the whole thing.
Yeah.
But from watching the fights because I knew what was coming this week. From watching the fights, from doing some reading.
Yeah.
It looks like he starts off getting his ass whooped, and then he either gets some kind of power up or some kind of transformation or some kind of something, and then victory. And I think that that's not good, especially when you're trying to build an antagonist story. You want to see the antagonist do his antagonist thing, bro. Like, what if Batman killed Joker away?
Remind me, the Zanpakuto arc, was that before or after the final battle with Aizen?
Before.
So then I think, and the Bount arc was after Aizen, right?
That was before.
It wasn't,
that was after. Yeah, Bount
no,
was
it
after
was
Soul Society.
Fullbring was after Aizen, right?
Yep, Fullbring.
Okay, so that's where I tuned out at.
Yeah, Fullbring was part of the manga. It wasn't my favorite either, but okay. So the different power sets that Ichigo has in the 1,000-Year Blood War art, it explains all of that. And so I still feel like Aizen is definitely top 5, if not top 10 villain in anime. Because this man is cold and calculated, and he thinks about everything. He even acknowledges the fact that when somebody is smarter than him, Kisuke, or somebody stronger than him, Head Captain Yamamoto. But and he had contingency plans for them. When he lost, he still won. Like, you didn't kill him. So because you couldn't. You know, I mean, yeah, you were in prison, but look, you couldn't live with your own fate, and what it brought you back to me. You still need me. Release these shackles now. And like that, you know what I'm saying? So Aizen is still around, like for good reason. And so when you look at the Blood War art, it's really about Uryu and his upbringing and about the Quincy's, because you never knew what happened to them. You just thought they died out. But in actuality, you know, they were not around. I blame Head Captain Yamamoto for all this shit. A great majority of this shit that transpired is his fault. We like him because of what he's able to do, but if he killed the head Quincy, we wouldn't have these problems. If you didn't allow yourself to get hypnotized by Aizen, you wouldn't have these problems. But Ichigo, so with him, the first art, he was just a regular substitute Soul Reaper.
Okay.
Until he met Byakuya. And then he got humbled real fast. And then Kisuke openly explained, you just borrowing abilities, but you are actually a Soul Reaper, technically. So we're going to get you there. So he got him to be a regular Soul Reaper. So if you got the Soul Society art, he just been a regular Soul Reaper until he reached Kenpachi. And even then, he didn't change, really. He just got to learn more about his Zanpakuto and the name and stuff like that. And then he met Byakuya, and he had to get trained by Yoruichi, and then he changed again then he got holified. That's when you realized, like, the hell going on, because you saw glimpses of it with Kisuke. So it was like steady progression where everybody majored that he fought. But I mean, wouldn't you agree, Vivo? Like how'd you feel about Bleach?
When it first came out, I would have said that it was one of my favorite animes. But at some point, well, really during the Fullbring arc, I just lost interest, and it wasn't like a losing interest over. It wasn't like a build up to losing interest. It was just like immediately I'm over this, and I moved on to other stuff. So, I mean, I don't have any. I think that there definitely are issues, like some of the ones that Boogie pointed out. I do intend to sit down and watch the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, because so many people have been talking about it and still talk about it. Also, I want to see the fight between the Kenpachis, because I heard that was amazing. But I wouldn't. Would I say that it was like, it truly is a top anime? Thinking about all the anime that I've seen and is currently out, no, I wouldn't say that it's a top anime.
No. I think with the Blood War art, it brought it back to global. It brought it back to global streaming charts. Like the minute it came out, Bleach went from here and shot back up here, and
back to relevancy, basically.
Yeah. So basically, Fullbringer arc was the final arc until Tite Kubo, finished out the manga. And honestly, it's true to form from like page to TV screen. And I think the reason people like it so much is because it's authentically bloody. Like, if you look at the animation style. Also, let's talk about the drip for a second, because Bleach had drip. Like, the clothes that it was wearing, they had change of clothes, the stuff that it was wearing. I mean, if you really don't want to think about it, it's kind of like a modern day Yu Yu Hakusho, because Yu Yu Hakusho had drip too. So the drip was there. I'm with you with Chad Orihime. Chad was like Yamcha in a way. Well, I can't say Yamcha. Chad was like Krillin.
I would say more like
Chad is like Krillin, because Chad actually beat some of Ron cars. He actually legitimately beat them. Orihime was never an offensive type of fighter, though. They acknowledged that. She was more of a defensive and a heel type. So, and the reason that Aizen wanted her, because he realized that she didn't really have healing powers. She just can reverse time in a short space. That can like reverse your injury or whatever the case may be. So I wouldn't consider them like completely useless. I do feel like Chad should have been way more powerful than the cap that he was at with a Rancor. I do agree with you with that, Boogie, from that standpoint. But I think where they got lost in the sauce is when we got introduced to other Soul Reapers. And then when the other Soul Reapers got introduced and what they was able to do with their Zanpakuto, it's kind of like, all right, we going to take our interest over here. Because there was a lot of captains and lieutenants that had some badass power move sets. But I get it though. I get it. But you haven't seen 1,000-Year Blood War art though. You gotta get that in your life. Might change your mind.
Okay, maybe.
Might change your mind. Might change your mind. That bound art, I can see why people get jaded, because that shit was trash. I tried it later on in life, and I was like, this wasn't it right here. This, you can't go from peak right here and then get down to the bottom of the barrel, right? You can't do that. You can't do that.
How about the ending? How about the ending
of the 1,000-Year art?
The abrupt ending of the manga.
I don't think it had an abrupt ending. I think it just kept going. It just stopped. The anime stopped. And the manga kept going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's the abrupt ending because, well, I wouldn't even call that abrupt because Ichigo got his powers back by the end of the anime, so that kind of like was a soft ending, if that makes sense. But the manga kept on going, and then you start discovering what you saw talking about the Kenpachis and everybody else's secrets, and how the original 13 court guard squads was not to be fucked with. All of them was murderers. Now like, there was no mercy, like at all. Like if you was the enemy, you was getting slashed up. Like it was nothing. Like the first Kenpachi that was with that 13 court guard squads. So think of him or her, because I don't want to ruin it. Him or her, and
Ruin it for who? Me?
Yeah.
I promise you, I'm not watching that shit. I promise you.
I told you to watch it. Give that shit a chance, bro. I'm telling you, give that shit a chance. Give Thousand Year Blood War a chance. It's on Hulu. At least the first 3 parts is on Hulu. The last part is like later on this year or next year or something like that. You won't say that. The animation is different. It just I can't explain it. And I know I'm sound like I'm just advertising it, but there's a reason why it jumped back on global streaming charts. There's a reason for that. But like I said, but like the 12 other guard squads, we never knew their names. And I wish they did an anime about the original 13. Like, what were they like and all that. You discover why Yamamoto had the scars on his forehead. You know, he had like marks on his face. You find out who did that to him, and it was actually one of the captains that did that shit. Or lieutenant. But you know, either way, you learn about Yoruichi, you learn about different things. So, but I get what you're saying though. Like the bound art turned some people off, and I totally get that. That was a waste of time. And that substitute captain, that replacement captain art, that was also trash. That's also trash. So those two.
You talk about a lot of trash in one of these top 5 animes, top 3s that be in everybody's top 3.
But hold up, how many trash arcs that
the other 2 don't be, huh?
How many trash arcs that Naruto had?
They weren't filler arcs. They weren't filler arcs. They were fillers in the arcs. It's not a whole block. It's not a whole block arc of filler.
So you would, I mean, Naruto had like a block of episodes where it just focused on them going to a separate village. Like it was like wasn't with the continuity of what's going on.
People, we're gonna miss you.
Yeah, Vivo, we're gonna miss you. We're gonna miss you. It's so hard.
Okay,
yeah, man.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, we was about to sign off anyway. Man. Listen, y'all gonna leave some comments for us when it comes down to Bleach, man. Should Boogie go give Bleach a second chance, skipping the filler arcs? Should he give it a second chance? Not top 3, just big 3. That is where the coin at.
At the time, big 3 at the time.
2000. Those are 3 anime people was watching the most out of anything else. But should he watch it? Should he check it out? Should he check out 1000 Year Blood War art? Let us know in the comments and hit that like and subscribe button. Subscribe. I said describe. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell. You got anything else for the listeners out there?
Sir, keep that Bankai back cake clean.
I literally can't with you. I can't.
Okay.